Welcome, welcome. My name is Kimberly. If you're watching this video, then I am gonna say congratulations because that means you are a brand new beauty consultant in our team and in our organization. So welcome to Kimmy's Care Bears, and I'm excited to take you through a couple of quick, awesome things that you're gonna probably wanna know about Mary Kay, about yourself, about this business, and tips for success. And I am your sales director. I have had my business for since the year 2003, so many years now, and I'm just so excited to be welcoming you on board and to see you make this next step. So I'm going to keep this relatively short, but I wanted to give you some quick tips from the very beginning of things that I just think are super important and the common denominator from my perspective in women who are actually successful in this business and those who aren't. And I hope that you want to be successful. I'd hope that you started this so that you hopefully can be successful, and maybe that you're thinking, maybe I can learn. So number one is your mindset. More than anything else, your mindset matters. Mary Kay said you can do everything right with the wrong attitude and fail, and do everything wrong with the right attitude but succeed. So your attitude and your mindset are directly connected. And so you've just got to understand that that's a choice, and it's up to you how you see the world and what kind of perspective you choose every day. And so the very first important thing I would say in this business is you are now an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs have to have a growth mindset, an abundance mindset, and a positive attitude about all things. Because what you focus on, you get more of. And so if all you're looking around and seeing is that people don't want to book with you, or people don't like Mary Kay, or people don't think that skincare is worth it, that's all you're going to find. And so what you look for, you will find. And I want to encourage you to examine that very closely. Now, when I started my business, I was not very positive, and thankfully I got to hang around with lots of other Mary Kay people that rubbed off on me, and eventually I became the most positive person that I pretty much know. Not always, I can always slip up too, but it is a choice. So my mindset is growth, that everything is happening for me. So if things happen, like let's just say today I get a flat tire, or I even get to a car accident, that is happening for me to grow. There's something I need to learn through that experience. And so when you think about that, everything that happens, if it's not so amazing and we think, well, this is supposed to happen, then there's acceptance, there's joy, and you can grow through that process. So the other thing is I'm either winning, so that means I'm doing awesome, or I'm learning something, but I'm never failing. I don't ever believe in failure, because I believe if you can learn something from stumbling or from falling down, if you learn something while you're down, that is not a failure. That is still a good thing. And so I never look back on any of my 38 years of being alive and think something was a failure. I don't see that. I only see growth. That's a choice. The second piece of advice I would give to you is that you cannot do this alone, that the most successful people I've noticed in this business are connected. They are connected to me. They're connected to a mentor. They're connected to sister consultants. They're connected to events and training. You can get connected to me, number one, at my live training events. That's the best way to get connected to me, is come to the training I offer every single Tuesday night. And if you check the recent calendar, there'll be other things too, weekends and typical things that we have on the calendar. But you can always count on a weekly meeting, and that weekly meeting is where you would want to get connected to a mentor. If you don't live in Fresno, in this greater area, then there are other unit meetings that I will get you plugged into, because you've got to get connected to people who are going for what you're going for. And you cannot do this alone. It's very rare that I find a woman who's been super successful in this business that hasn't been connected to a group of people as well as connected to her mentor. Another way that you can be connected is by downloading the Zoom app. I offer Zoom, which is a video conference in group settings. We do those every single week where you can get into the space on a digital way and get connected to a group of people that way. I especially recommend that if you're not local, because that way you get to see some of your other sisters that aren't in the same city as you. I also recommend that you get connected through another app called Voxer, which is free download, because you can, it's just amazing. We can have conversations in my voice and your voice, and I have groups on there, and there's just so much that you can get daily plugged into if you're on Voxer, that you get Facebook. Even if you don't like Facebook and you don't love like social media, if you can get a Facebook account just for your business, it's really going to put you into a greater community of ideas, resources, tons of stuff. I use Facebook, our group on Facebook, Kimmy's Care Bears group, like every day. And so you're going to get lots of ideas if you get connected to that Facebook group. And just my quote is, those who show up go up. So if you want your business to be only a little bit successful this year, then only show up like 20% of the time. Only come to like one thing a month. If you want your business to be 100% successful this year, then put everything on the calendar. Schedule it off. Tell your family, like, this is important to me. Do not ask me to go to dinner on my meeting night. Do not ask me to babysit on my meeting night. Do not ask me to do anything. Like, this is for real. Like, it's for real. Like, you create a boundary around it and other people will respect it. But if you don't create a boundary around it, they won't. So you have to tell your other employer, tell your family, tell people that this is important to you, and you will be attending the place where you can get connected. The last is be a learner. That no one can, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? So there are places that you can get education for free through this business. Number one is Mary Kay in Touch. Mary Kay University is a 16 course module, 16 lesson module that you can put yourself through to be an expert in how to run your business according to Mary Kay ethics and guidelines and principles. Awesome training. You can also receive color certification for makeup, how to do makeup and color, and skincare. There's a skincare advanced. So there's 3 modules on the Mary Kay in Touch website. The other ways you can learn from me, you can learn from me through my coaching library. So I have a library, and you have a link. You're going to have a link to that. It has tons of videos that I've created all through the course of my career that you can listen to on selling, on recruiting, lots and lots. So I highly recommend that you be a self-feeder and that you make time every single day to educate yourself in this industry, whether it's 5 minutes, 50 minutes, you decide. Depends on what goals you have and how fast you want to get there. Okay, so those are my tips really to get you started. I will tell you the rest of the videos is just a little bit about my story. And at the very end of this video, I'm gonna give you a password. And the password is what you're gonna pass on to your recruiter or to me personally when we do your welcome call, okay? So I want you just to hear a little bit about my story. My life before making the decision to have a Mary Kay business, it definitely lacked purpose, freedom, and empowerment. I was missing things that I really had no idea I was even missing, like having a career where you actually love to go to work. See, 15 years ago, even though I have a degree in Spanish, international economics, we were still living paycheck to paycheck. I had a great job, but it wasn't so great in the bank account. So when the Mary Kay opportunity was presented to me, all I saw was, hey, this is a really safe way for me to have a side hustle so that we can have an extra cushion of cash flow. What girl doesn't want extra money? I had no idea then that one seemingly insignificant decision to say yes to Mary Kay would enrich my life in so many different ways. The greatest gift has been the freedom. Freedom from living up to someone else's expectations or requirements for my life. Freedom from a boss and a work environment that's toxic, disempowering, negative. Freedom to create the life of my dreams. Freedom to know with 100% clarity what it is I value. And the freedom to say no to the things that are not really important to our family. I can design my own schedule. It's perfect for us. My 3 kids, I have 3 children that are 11, 6, and 4 at the moment. I homeschool my 11-year-old. I have my baby has Down syndrome, and there's just so many things that I get to do because I said yes to Mary Kay and I worked hard when I could so that I can enjoy the fruits of that labor now. I get to be a part of their lives in so many big ways. I just this week got to teach in my son's classroom, and I get to co-lead a theater project with them, and I'm with them a lot because they're important to me. But I also work hard when they're not around so that I can have those freedoms and those liberties. So my children are super important to me. The other thing I love is the freedom to be me, authentically and true to myself, which makes me a better mom, a better leader, a better friend, a better mentor, a better everything. A freedom to love myself, take care of myself, choosing to invest in my personal growth, creating time in my schedule for everything like reading, journaling, exercising, self-care. Freedom to work hard to create the financial security that I want to have for my family. A freedom to put my priorities with God first, family second, and career third the way Mary Kay intended it. So at this season in my career, I want to use, and I am using every day, my greatest influence is to use what I have to help enrich the lives of the women that God puts in front of me. And so if you're watching this video, girl, you are put into my path for a reason, and we are meant to work together. My favorite part of this career is the gift of being a sales director, because it's a privilege to carry on the legacy that Mary Kay Ash started many years ago. This has always been my favorite quote by Mary Kay Ash, and very important for you to know. We need leaders who add value to the people they lead, who work for the benefit of others and not just for their own personal gain, who inspire and motivate rather than intimidate and manipulate, who live with people to know their problems and live with God in order to solve them, and who follow a moral compass that points in the right direction regardless of the trends. So my vision for our area right now is that we would build a national area by April of 2020. So I'm looking for women who have the desire to be a part of something bigger than themselves, a movement of empowerment, success, grit, and victories. Women who crave freedom, women who are sick and tired of making yet another excuse, women who are ready for more than the life they have been settling for, women who feel that they have a champion hiding inside them that is trying to get out and discover her purpose and pursue it with passion. If that is you, my friend, then I'm excited and hungry to run side by side with you, encouraging, mentoring, celebrating, and supporting you as you soar to new heights. There are many things that Mary Kay puts on the table for you, and maybe all you want from this Mary Kay business is a little extra cash. Maybe you just want $100 a month. I don't know what it is you want, but I can tell you that I personally run alongside of women who really want to take everything Mary Kay puts on the table. And so if that is you and you're like, girl, I want to move up, I want to have what you have, I want freedom, this is what it means to be a director. So it's an acronym, the letters director spelled out. So these are things that I believe are true and common among the sales directors in our company that are successful. And if you want to develop these things, I'm not saying you need to have them. I'm just saying if you want to develop them, this business will help you develop them, and this could be a home where you could have many years and a happy career. The first D is disciplined. A woman who's mastered herself and chooses to implement self-discipline as she works daily towards goals and dreams. The next letter is I, invested. A woman who has an all-in mentality. She has made a decision to carry on the legacy Mary Kay Ash started, and she knows she will never, ever, ever quit. R is responsibility. A woman who takes 100% responsibility for her own success. She does not blame her recruiter, her director, her husband, her boyfriend, her kids, her health, or anything else for her lack of results. She knows that she alone is fully responsible for her thoughts, her actions, her choices, and the direction her life is going. E stands for excellence, a woman who brings excellence to all she does. She does not just go for the minimum, but she exceeds it every single time. She always has an and then some approach to life. C stands for cares deeply for others, a woman who truly follows Mary Kay's advice and imagines everyone has a sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." T is tenacious, a woman who keeps a firm hold on her belief in herself, her belief in her dreams, her belief in others, and a firm hold on pursuing her dreams until she achieves them. She maintains a relentless pursuit of her goals. O is overcomer, a woman who has used her obstacles as stepping stones to get her towards her goal. She can pivot, she can bounce back quickly from disappointments and setbacks. And the last letter is R for real, a woman who is authentic, genuine, and real. She does not try to pretend to be perfect, but celebrates her uniqueness. I am so excited to welcome you to this team. And I cannot wait to meet you personally, either in person or on FaceTime or Zoom. And that is all I have for you today, but I am just excited. I will leave you with the password is be brave. Be brave. Mary Kay chose the mascot of our company to be a bumblebee, because the bumblebee aerodynamically should not be able to fly, and yet it goes on flying. And I love the bumblebee because it reminds me that no matter what logic says and scientists say and numbers say, that if God created you to do something amazing, you already have everything inside you in there. The seeds of greatness are already there. And that when you're planted in the right community and the right soil in this unit, and you're getting the light, the sunlight, and the water, which would be, to me, sunlight is going to be education, and water is going to be connection with me and your Mary Kay unit. When you have all those things, girl, those seeds of greatness can just grow like they've never grown before. I have seen it happen. Women come into this culture and they feel like they've been stagnant for decades of their life, and their confidence soars within weeks of being here. So you are in a great community, and I'm so excited to see what you choose to do with this business. All right, have a great day.